I'm here to share.
I have an ad, sorry.
Here we go. Here's the confession.
True, nervous, very, very dreadfully nervous I have been, and am. But why? Why will you say that I am mad? The disease had sharpened my senses, not destroyed, not dulled them. Above all was the sense of hearing acute. I heard all things in heaven and in the earth. I heard many things in hell. How then am I mad? Hearken and observe how healthily, how calmly I can tell you the whole story.
So, whenever the narrator right now is talking and he's saying, I'm not mad, is he meaning actual anger? No. What does he mean by saying mad? Go ahead. Were you doing? Yeah, he's crazy. But he's saying I'm not crazy. Listen to how well I can tell you this entire story. I can tell you word for word. So keep in mind, because we all know that we are lawyers, that he is admitting to us that he is not crazy at this time. Okay?
It is impossible to say how first the idea entered my brain. But once conceived, it haunted me day and night. Object there was none, passion there was none. I loved the old man. He had never wronged me. He had never even given me insult. For his gold I had no desire. I think it was his eye. Yes, it was this. He had the eye of a vulture, a pale blue eye with a film over it. Whenever it fell upon me, my blood ran cold. And so, by degrees, very gradually, I made up my mind to take the life of the old man, and thus rid myself of the eye forever. Now this is the point. You fancy me mad. Madmen know nothing. But you should have seen me. You should have seen how wisely I proceeded, with what caution, with what foresight, with what dissimulation I went to work. I was never kinder to the old man than during the whole week before I killed him. And every night, about midnight, I turned the latch of his door and opened it, oh so gently. Then, when I had made an opening sufficient for my head, I put in the dark lantern, all closed, that no light shone out. And then I thrust in my head. Oh, you would have laughed to see how cunningly I thrust it in. I moved it slowly, very, very slowly, so that it might not disturb the old man's sleep. It took me an hour to place my whole head within the opening, so far that I could see him as he lay upon his bed. Would a madman have been so wise as this? And then, when my head was well in the room, I undid the lantern cautiously, oh, so cautiously, for the hinges creaked. I undid it just so much that a single thin ray fell upon the vulture eye. And this I did for 7 long nights, every night, just at midnight. But I found the eye was always closed, and so it was impossible to do the work. For it was not the old man who vexed me, but his evil eye. And every morning, when the day broke, I went boldly into the chamber and spoke courageously to him, calling him by his name in a hearty tone and inquiring how he had passed the night.
Okay. So the first thing I want you guys to kind of think about, and then raise your hand once you know the answer. What is the conflict in this story? Is it man versus man? Is it man versus self? Man versus nature? What is our conflict? Think about it, and when you know the answer, please raise your hand.
Man versus supernatural.
Man versus supernatural? Why do you say that?
Because it said that he wasn't against the man, he was against his evil eye.
Okay, the evil eye. Is the eye actually evil?
No.
Is it an actual eye, or do you guys understand it's a glass eye? Okay, it's a glass eye that the man uses because he's lost his eye from doing something else, we're not sure, but maybe from in his old age, I'm not sure. But, okay, so it's not actually an evil eye. I don't know if we're actually up against a ghost. What do you think?
Man versus self.
Man versus self, why?
Because, like, he's dealing with this problem, like, in his head. Like,
Okay.
it's not really, like, the eye's not actually, like, hurting him. It's just, like, in his head.
So it's something that he has come up with in his own being to have a conflict with, okay? Why is it not man versus man? Why is it not man? Yes, Tom.
It specified that he said it's not because of who he is or what he's done, it's because of his eye.
Yeah, he said he loved the old man. The old man in this story is not his antagonist. He actually cared for and loved the old man. So it's not a man versus man situation. It's a man who's struggling with something within himself. Okay? So there's our conflict. Also, within that section that we just read it. What is a comparison between this Edgar Allan Poe story and the Cask of Amontillado? Think about that. Don't say that it's just because they both died. And they're both written by Edgar Allan Poe. I know those two things. What is a similarity? What is a similarity between those two stories that just happened, that we just read? Think about it. Yes, Lexi.
Like before he like murdered him, he was being so nice to him.
Good. So in the Cask of Amontillado, Montresor, up until the minute before he buries Fortunato in the catacombs and leaves him there, he's his friend. He's nice. And in this one, the narrator is being nice of the old man for 7 days straight, or always is in the morning after he's washed him with the lantern. Yes?
Isn't it in both, like, there was the guy who killed the person didn't actually have a problem with them? Like,
Well, in the Cask of Amontillado, Fortunato insulted him. We aren't sure what it was, that's true. But he did insult him. The old man did nothing to this guy. It is simply because of this vulture eye that he has a dislike for him. Okay? So be thinking how Edgar Allan Poe, in both stories that we read, has his narrator, has his killer be friendly with the victim before actually killing them. So as the victim doesn't do what? They don't
Expect it.
They don't expect, they don't suspect anything that's happening. Okay?
So you see, he would have been a very profound old man indeed to suspect that every night, just at 12, I looked in upon him while he slept. Upon the 8th night, I was more than usually cautious in opening the door. I watched the minute hand move more quickly than mine. Never before that night had I felt the amount of my own powers, my own sagacity. I could scarcely contain my feelings of triumph. To think that there...
Sorry guys, I'll wait till... Good luck, guys.
Yes.
There I was, opening the door little by little, and he not even to dream of my secret deeds or thoughts. I fairly chuckled at the idea, and perhaps he heard me, for he moved on the bed suddenly, as if startled. Now you may think that I drew back, but no. His room was as black as pitch with the thick darkness, where the shutters were close fastened through fear of robbers. And so I knew that he could not see the opening of the door, and I kept pushing it on steadily, steadily.